Welcome to Common Man Cocktails. I'm your host, Derek Schomer, and today we're going to do another flip cam video. This is a nice, quick, easy little video. I'm not going to do a 10 drink tasting today, although I probably should have brought out some of the Captain Morgan original spice, but no! I'm going to do straight up Bacardi Oakheart. Bought this at the store. Here's the black. We did that yesterday. I bought both of them at the same place, but at different times. Black, pretty brand new product. Again, I screwed up and didn't get a price check. I don't think it's very expensive for the Bacardi Oakheart. I'll try and put it in the description. So, smooth, spiced rum. Rum with natural flavors and spices, straight from the heart of charred oak. This one says double charred blackened oak. So these guys are like, we're going to make a spiced rum product. We're going to compete with Captain Morgan. And these guys are like, oh, we're going to make a double spiced rum product. So there's the argument. So realistically, I think you're going to be comparing it with the standard Captain Morgan because this is like predominant player, I think. Don't like it that much. Weak. This one, a little better. From a perspective of darkness, this is a little darker. This looks more like, it's not black. This looks more like an amber, like a gold rum. Great smell, just flying up. Here's what it looks like, by the way. Ooh, copper. Very nice copper. I know Bacardi, people don't really care. I like Bacardi. I've got some back there. I don't use it that much in the show for a number of reasons. Taste-wise, it doesn't. I don't have anything against it. Actually, blind tasting, I typically rank it higher than some of the other light rums, which is kind of weird. But I know Bacardi has some haters, people who either don't like them for things they've done in the industry, don't like them for the fact that they're the main player or a big player, and people like to vote for the underdogs. Like, I'm a huge Cruisin' fan, but it seems like people grow too big, they hate them. Google. Everybody loves Google now. They're like, oh, Google, you're scaring me. Apple, everybody loves Apple. I'm sure in a little while people are going to be like, oh, Apple, you're the machine, you're the man, we got to avoid you. I think Bacardi's on that the man status. But their rum smells really nice. It smells like rum with spices, not like spices with hints of rum, which is good. I use a little water here. Definitely has some nice oak qualities to it. Charred oak, as it should, says the label. It's got the smooth factor just in the aroma. Lots of vanilla. Black pepper, white pepper. I like white pepper. I'm gonna stick with more white pepper. Like it's just got a little different, like a spice to it. Heat almost spice, not just flavorful allspice and cinnamons and peppermints and weird. Like it's definitely got some rigidness. And why is it every time I do one of these, everybody's like, that guy's drunk? No, I'm stone cold sober. This is just how I am. I should make a video of that, just me being me. I don't know how else to do that, because that's what I do every time, but just to show people, you think I'm drunk, this is what I look like when I'm not drunk. Maybe I could be playing Parcheesi or something, and just like no alcohol around me. It's like, you have an alcohol show, you've got to be drunk to do it. No, I am just crazy. That was just to burn some time while I let my mouth adapt to that first sip. I don't like to count the first sip. Still got that white pepper. That is, quite honestly, if I didn't taste the smooth rum factor, this, to me, had it gone a different angle, could have been like a Jubileo tequila or something with like that spicy reposado bite to it, like a little aged smoothness with like a black pepper, white pepper, like spicy thing going on, almost like cooking spicy, no salt. That's the biggest thing I'm getting from it so far. Yeah. Doesn't say anything about what they're expecting to get. There is oak. I would say, compared to some other stuff, black for instance, this brings like that vanilla charred, like real heavy duty oak, cinnamon, and Christmas experience. A little bit of peppermint. This I don't get peppermint. I get very nice, warm, smooth body of a rum with some black peppers, a little bit of vanilla, a slight bit of oak, but almost in the age category of oak, where you go, oh, that's not just a silver that's been sitting in a cask. I like it because of that. It's got that neat, spicy quality to it, but I wouldn't put this in the same category as the Captain Morgan on whatever blend they're using. This is sweeter. Like a Captain Morgan, I see. I got a little bit on the nose there. I see as being a sweeter. I won't almost go delicious, like a sweeter rum where it's got not necessarily sweet with a molasses, but like a sweet spiciness. This has more of the peppery spiciness. And I think that's cool because I think this specifically would fit really nice in some cocktails, especially savory cocktails. If it's missing anything, I think it's a little bit of front-forward sweetness. There's nothing. The attack is kind of weak. The finish is kind of peppery. The middle, you get a buttery rum oak thing going on. So, if I had to ding it, ding it for one thing, I would probably go with just that the surprise doesn't really come to the end. And it gets actually a lot easier to drink palate-wise. Like, it's not as peppery as it was. But not weak. A little bit of fire, too. Not weak. So, where I kind of find the original Captain Morgan a bit flabby and a little like, you want to lead up to a spice rum, but really if you want to go anywhere, you need to get a black. If you like the cherry cough syrupy thing, you go with a Tattoo. If you like the allspice thing, you go with a Crucian 9. There's other spices coming out. If I had to say one thing, it's pepper. That is probably the biggest component. Not too exciting in a broad sense of spices. Kind of centered around more of that than anything else. But good nonetheless. Again, I think it will work really good in a cocktail. I don't know. Here's the trick. If you were to make a cocktail that's predominantly a spiced rum, like, oh, I get this too. Sailor Jerry's, right? People have been asking, hey, what about Sailor Jerry's? You didn't get to put any Sailor Jerry's in. That is more like sweet caramel. That's the difference. Most of these spice categories tend to be sweet something. This is almost, I would put it closer to a tequila variety of the spiciness than, minus the agave, than a real spiced rum. So putting it in a spiced cocktail, I think people might think it's a rum that's got some kick to it, not necessarily a spiced rum cocktail, because people just know the Captain Morgan flavor. They know the Kraken. They can pick out those components. This is going to be a little harder to pick out, but the only way to actually be able to pick those components out and be a freaking genius when somebody goes, dude, there's Oakheart in there, and you're like, yeah, I know, is to taste it this way. Go get yourself a 375 milliliter like I did, and give it a taste, and that way you can buy 2 of these for the price of like 1 big bottle and really start to exercise your palate and get those flavors really flowing to be able to identify cool, neat differences. And maybe you like pepper better than you like allspice or cinnamon or molasses or brown sugar. That's up to you to decide. And the only way to know is to try a broad variety of product. That's what we just did. Question of the day. What's your favorite spice in a spiced rum? And can you identify it? Anybody ever just eat allspice before? Or sniff it? Sniff just an allspice spice thingy container? There you go. That's your question. Everyday Drinkers. Oh, you can't see it. EverydayDrinkers.com. And of course, Facebook.com/CocktailTV if you want to like us more than you already do. We're teaching you how to drink.